welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my subscribers and welcome to the newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, please do subscribe. Be part of this journey. Give a thumbs up on the video. It helps to circulate the video, of course. And by subscribing, the channel keeps growing. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to everybody that's been following me and has been commenting on my art creations and has been creating them. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. It makes me feel very happy because I know that around the world people like my art creations and are creating them. Also for the people that's been tagging me on Instagram. Thank you so much for that. And you have been creating beautiful pieces of my art, I have to say. Thank you, everyone. Please continue to give it those thumbs up. Give me your questions. Make your comment. It's very important. And we are going to start this new table runner that I'm working on. And sometimes you'll see the picture right at the beginning. That's already at the end of what I have created. Usually when I start talking like this and I don't have the pattern in front of me, I'm still working on it. And I'm still going with the flow. So we're going to create, it's 3 separate or 4 or 5 doilies. And then they're added together, as you see here. In my case, because my dining room table, if I'm creating for it, it's a 6-seater, so I would need 4 of these. If I'm doing for the kitchen, it's a 4-seater, I only need 3 of these. If it's for a counter, depending the length of your counter, if it's a small space, you need only 1 or 2, depending on the size. If you want to just put on top of the microwave, well, you need only 1. Or different like wall units, little office desks, pretty much anywhere you really want to put it, right? Okay, so we're going to start with the tutorial on the doily because not necessarily everybody wants to create flowers around it, and I will be having some flowers around it. And I'm going to create, hopefully if I can manage to create them, the Calla lilies because Easter is around the corner and why not? People have been asking me for more of the Calla lilies. So I'm going to create them into the pattern. Hopefully I can get it. Usually I can if I put my mind to it, but it's a head-breaking puzzle, let's say, which I absolutely adore, challenging myself. So this is a 4-ply 100% cotton. We're going to use needle number 3. Of course, we need a pair of scissors and a small little needle just to tuck loose ends in. 4-ply, that means 4 strings. This is cream. This is lettuce green. And I'm thinking going into the purple. Look how gorgeous this is. Either I will have the inside of the flower with the yellow or with the white. I'm still debating which color I'm going to do. Something that might stand out probably most will be the yellow. So I'll probably go with the yellow, I believe. So anyway, as you can see, I've been still working on it. So I've did 2 of the doilies, and now it's just doing for the green for the leaves, right? For the leaves petals for the flower. And then in the middle of these little V's, this is where we're going to create the flower. But anyway, so I'm almost there, I guess. We'll finish the rest together. How's that? So we're going to start by the centerpiece of the doily. And with that being said, that means that you don't have to put flowers like I said. You can just close it all in afterwards with single crochet or double crochet all the way through, making little petals here and there. You don't have to put flowers. I like to put flowers because I think it brings out a lot of the pattern. It stands out quite a bit on the tables and it looks really, really gorgeous. So, but that's, my taste, my opinion. You can do whatever you'd like with it. And you can just leave it as small little doilies like this to put on top of your little coffee tables, your whatever little units you have, or bedroom. You can use it for a bedroom too. You can put two together, put on a dresser. You can do so many things with it, you know that. Okay, so we're going to get started, people. Thank you again, everyone. A big shout out to my beautiful women from Crochet Therapy, Karen Coffee and Karen Young. And shout out to Sabura Sal, the restaurant that I mentioned in my last video, to the owner, Eugenia. Shout out to you, my dear. Hello, and much hugs to everybody. God bless you guys with the business. And we're going to get started, okay? Oh, and not to forget, a shout out to my beautiful Leonor Santos, which is excellent cook. She has her own YouTube channel cooking. Sabor dos Açores, that means taste of the islands, of the Azores. So a shout out to you, Leonor. Big hugs and kisses, my dear. Okay, so we're going to get started, everyone. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is make our magic. I think I need to move this so it doesn't like block you guys from seeing the stitch when there's too much of the stitch involved, same color involved. So you turn once, you'd grab your thread from the back, bring it to the front, then you would just bring your thread and you would do your first chain stitch, 2 and 3. You pull on it a bit, not too much because you need to work inside of the string. If you're still having a hard time, you can do a 6 chain and then close it in with slip stitch. Okay, so we're going to do 24 double crochets inside of this magic ring. Okay, so 24 of them. I also want to mention that if the video is too fast for you, because sometimes I'm in my bubble and I forget about the recording. I'm terrible with that, and I apologize. This is all new to me, so I'm still getting used to recording and talking into a camera. Okay, so up top, there's 3 little buttons. You can click on it. There's settings. Go into settings and slow down to the speed you would like the video to run. Okay, so very simple, not complicated at all. If you ever have any questions on creating these pieces, feel free to email me or feel free to make the comment on the comment below section. Of course, I might not answer you right away because of a different time frame of countries, but I do get back to you and I do answer. Also, if you have requests on wanting to create something that you really would like, but you don't know how, I mean, you can always put your request, maybe put me through the challenge. Who knows? Maybe I can create it. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we have 12. And we're going to go until 24. So we've done our 24. I'm just going to pull here a little bit just to close up my... So we're going to come on the 3rd space. We're going to close it in with slip stitch. I want to grab both threads. I don't want to grab only one because then it's going to leave a space open. Then you would just come back here and pull on the magic string. Now, of course, we're going to pull as much as we can, but we don't want to overdo it. I mean, this is thick enough that it's not going to go into a small little hole. And then and if it did, we'd have a very hard time with the other stitches going around. So it's going to leave me a little bit of an opening, which is fine. Okay. Now we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip 1 space. We're going into the next space. We're going to create 12 2 chain separation, 12 double crochets. Skip a space into the next space and 2 chain separation. Now I might have to split this video into 2 because of the little details of the flower. Might be possible that I have to, but if I do, I'll put part 1 and part 2 on it. So skip 1, going to the next one, and 2 chain, skip 1, going to the next one. So you're going to have a total of your 16 double crochets. Don't tighten too much on your chain, chain 2, because then it's going to pull too much together. We don't want that. It's still going to pull a bit because obviously, you know, it's only a 2 chain, but the next round's going to flatten it out, okay? Okay, so we finished doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 chain, and you see we only have one here. Of course, we're going to skip it, and we're going to go into the third one on the 3 chain that we went up. So it curves up a bit. Try and pull my strings here. Okay, so we're going to go into the center of the first space here with single. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3 chain. We're going to do another double crochet in here. We're going to do 1, 2, and next space we're going to do again. Don't tighten your stitches too much. You'll have a hard time. They're going to start bending quite a bit. And that's one of my biggest problems because my stitch is extremely tight. 1, 2, into the next space. Now we're creating groups of 2 of double crochet. 1, 2, into the next space. And again. So you're going to start having this like this. And I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so pretty much did our 12 groups of 2 chain. We're going to come into the second place here, or not the second, sorry. 1, 2, and 3, the third place here, and we're going to close it up. Now, we are going to make our way, slip stitch into the middle of the square there. Make sure I grab these strings together. Okay, and then into the middle here. And we're going to do chain 3. Inside of the square, we're going to do 5 altogether double crochet. 4 and 5. Okay, we're going to skip the 2 double crochet and go directly into the next space. We're going to create 5 more. So all the way around is going to be the same thing. 5 double crochets per square into the next space. No separation chains. And create the same thing. So do yours, I'll do mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we pretty much finished doing our groups of 5 per square and skipping directly into the next square with no separation. Okay, so now we're going to go chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This is very, very simple to create, people. Very fast. So next space, double crochet. So 1, 2. We are going to do the same thing as we did here, the groups of 2s. I'm just checking here on mine that I created. Okay, only one space. So we skip 1 into the next one. So we're creating groups of 2 again, 2 chain separations. Skip 1 into the next one. Like I was saying, this is very, very simple to create and very fast. It will take you a little bit longer, is creating the flowers. But that's okay because that's what's going to bring out the pattern, right? So 2 chains, skip 1 into the next one. So do yours, I'll do mine. And I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we've reached the end. As you see, we have 1 left, which we're skipping. 2 chain. I'm trying to loosen mine as much as I can so it doesn't really start pulling too much. So it came out perfect. Another thing for people that want to create like a round tablecloth, you can use this pattern to do it. You just keep going up on the same stitch, but keep adding your chains, you know. And you can do this for small tables, big tables, whatever you'd like. So chain 3 again, next space. Now we're doing double crochet all the way around, just like here, except we are doing 2 inside of the space and a piece of thread caught here in between. How nice is that? And you're going to do double crochet over double crochet from the previous row. Okay, so this row is only double crochets. And 2 inside of the space. Trying to not tighten mine up so it doesn't crumple up too much, or else I would have to be adding more stitches, and I don't want to. I want to keep it nice and loose, not too cramped up with stitches either. Patterns, you always have to play with it no matter what. You have to feel comfortable on creating them, and it has to meet your satisfaction. If not, you need to take it down and redo it. It's just simple as that. You know, this is part of the process of creating patterns. Okay, so continue yours, I'll continue mine, and I'll meet you at the end. So we're going to do 2 overlapping the double crochet and 2 inside of the space. Okay, so we've reached the end. I'm just closing in. And this is what it's starting to look like. Now, if yours is starting to bend too much, that means your stitch is too tight. Okay, just to let you know. You need to loosen it up. Okay, so here I have 1, 2, 3 on the 4th one. Okay, so now we're going to go up chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And 3 more, because we're doing 1, 2, 3 on your 4th space. Double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Loosen it up. 1, 2, 3 on the. If you have to give chain 4 instead of 3, then do so. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to do 4 just to be on the safe side. Because it's going to pull quite a bit. I know it is, even though I'm loosening it up. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And not too tight. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because we are skipping quite a bit here, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4 space. On your 4th space, we close it in with the double crochet. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to count 1, 2, 3 on the 4th space. Double crochet. So do yours, I'll do mine, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so it's going to pull a bit. It's normal because, you know, it's small. We're not doing a lot of stitch, but even if it pulls a bit, it's not an issue. It cannot pull like this too much, but if it just pulls a bit like that, we're okay, because the next row is going to straighten it out. Okay, meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, in the meantime, I took a little few minutes there just to create these. Of course, like I said, you probably saw already at the beginning on the picture, maybe. It depends if I'm doing part 1, part 2. If I'm doing part 1, then you won't see it, obviously. So here's my Calla lilies. Very tiny, cute, delicate. And this is going to go all the way around the pattern. Try to move it here a bit. So I've already created a bit more of the green, 2 different shades of green. And we are going to continue on with, I have a mess here of thread, obviously, because I'm trying those flowers, I had to not cut the thread to have it put on there to see how it worked out. Try to fix this camera here. Okay, so we finished closing, and like I told you, you're gonna see that it's pulling a little bit, right? Doesn't matter because the next row, it's all gonna come together. Okay, so now we are going back and doing, we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3. Let me get you more of a close-up. Inside of here, we are going to do the 5 double crochet again. 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On top of the double crochet from the previous row, we do 1 double crochet and 5 inside of here again. Now, like I said, you can go the size you would like just by adding rows. If you want this doily to be bigger, whoops, it's up to you. I don't want it to be too large because the flower is already going to take space and the green leaves and so on. And I will be adding, like I said, probably 4 doilies together to have the size I want for my dining room table. So 2, 4, 5, 1 on top of the double crochet, and we continue, we continue on with the double crochet inside of the big square here. So you can continue yours, I'll continue mine. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll meet you at the end of this row, which we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, row 8. Okay, so we finished our row, we closed up. As you see, it's all nice and flat. And now we're going to go into row 9. So chain 3, next space. So we're creating the 2 groups again. 1, 2, and we're going to skip 2 space. 1, 2 on the 3rd one, and the next space double crochet. 1, 2, skip 2 space on the 3rd one. Now don't tighten it too much, or it's or it's going to crumple up. Try to make it as loose as possible. I know I'm very bad with that. I usually tighten too much my stitch. Then I usually have to like take it down and loosen it up. 3rd space, we're creating double crochet, and again 1, 2 chain, skip 2 on the 3rd space, double crochet. So continue yours, I'll continue mine, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so coming to the end, we skip 2, we put on the 3rd one. Now if we skip 2, you know that we go directly into here, so I'll be missing 1, right? So in order for us not to go into the space, just put it together. It doesn't change anything on the pattern, okay? So you'll just put your double crochet together. Now we're going to count because we're supposed to have even numbers, okay? So we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So you've got to have 30 and all of them the same way. Okay? Now, row 10, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is the last row that I'm doing on here. Go up 3. Next space double crochet. And inside of here, we're doing 2 double crochets only. Next space double crochet and double crochet. So inside of the space, 2 double crochets. Okay. And then double crochet over double crochet from the previous row. So very simple, nothing to it. Don't tighten it too much so it doesn't crumple up, because that's usually my biggest problem on creating patterns. My stitch is too tight, bad habit. It's been like this for so many years, but what can I do? I try my best to loosen it. I just find it very awkward when I loosen the stitch too much. I'm not used to it, but it has to be done because I don't want too many stitches inside of these spaces, so they can have enough room to be dancing around if they have to, if the pattern becomes too tightened up. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to attach our pattern. So I'm going to show you how we're going to attach it. I got so much strings going on here. Okay, so so the first attachment you do, and just pull this here and back it up a bit. So the first attachment you do, it doesn't matter where you attach it to, because at this point we're not calculating any squares or anything. And now on this middle one, we're attaching the third one. You need to count how many squares you have, okay? And you're supposed to divide them. Here I took, well, one square really. I'll just push it over. I took one square to do my attachment. Okay, so basically from the two groups and one square. And we have to do the same thing here. So let me just count how many squares it's supposed to have. 30. So we are supposed to split 15, 15, right? But I'm going to count. And we're going to take it from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15. Hold on a second. I need something to mark this before I lose it. Oops. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 8, 9, 30. Yep, so we have 30. So that means I would have to, so on your 15th one, if you count, okay, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that means we're going to have to start attaching from the two double crochets here until this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the pattern facing me, still on the right side, okay? And I'm going to turn right side just give me a second here to get organized. Okay, you guys, so on your 15th space, put it on the right side. Sorry about that, okay? Trying to figure my stuff out. So your pattern's flat on the right side, the one that's on the table. The one you're working on, you're going to turn over, right side with right side, okay? Now I need to recount this again just to make sure I don't mess up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that will be the 15th. So your 14 is here. You're going to grab, so right side with right side, okay? You're going to grab your first loop on the double crochet. So this is your 15th square, okay, right after. Yeah, I got orange strings on my pattern. So you're going to go through it. You're going to do a slip stitch. You're going to grab the next okay, hold on a minute. We need to do exactly on the 15th. Well, I gotta make sure this one's 15. Oh no, this one doesn't matter. Okay, sorry. Getting all freaked out. Okay, so the one you're working on, we'll just take down one. And we are going to go in here. We're going to slip stitch. We're going to continue to do our double crochet where we have the two, where we left off, the two. I think I need to bring you closer. So we have the two double crochet, so we finished it. Now, going to the next one here and slip stitch. We're doing the two double crochets, oops, inside of the space that we need to do. We're going to go into the pattern here, and we're going to slip stitch. We're going to do one more double crochet inside the space because it's two per space, right? Just checking if I wasn't making a mistake. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we go on top of, no, we are going to do the double crochet over double crochet. And we're grabbing our space here on the other pattern. And again, double crochet over double crochet. And slip stitch. I hope I'm in camera. I hope I didn't. Okay, and we're going to do one more here inside of the space and grab the last one here. Now let me just turn and flip to see what it looks like if I'm even. So I think we should be perfect. Just gonna check here again if I have the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And this will be on the 16th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Good God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, perfect. So I'm on the center. So as you see, so just work it this way. Front, right side with right side. You continue single, attaching into the two patterns, okay? And then you would just continue on creating the rest of your double crochets. Just pull my strings here. Okay, so we finished attaching. Now we know we have to finish doing the double crochets here. So very simple, nothing to it. If you need to rewind, then rewind the video. If you need to slow it down a little bit more, then go ahead. So it's very simple. It's just flipping it over and just doing double crochet. Instead of having that thing up front, you're going to have it in the back, right? So, and we continue on, and then you can cut your thread, and then we're going to proceed with the green. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we pretty much finished. We're gonna cut our yarn, our thread, whatever you're working with. I'm gonna tuck in loose ends already, get it over and done with. We don't need to deal with that. Now, what I like to do, for most of you that follow me know that I like to knot all my patterns just to make sure that nothing ever comes apart. And then just tuck a few more pieces of string here and there because the next row is going to hide it anyway. And then cut the excess, whatever left over you have. And get one string out of the way already. My goodness, I'm like full of strings here. It'll be good to get this one out of the way. Okay, so now we're gonna go with the green, the lighter shade of green. Now you can start pretty much anywhere you would like. Just gonna detangle a bit of my green here. Just give me a second. Okay, so this row is gonna be very simple also. I had started doing the design, so I left all the threads on there. It's like all kinds of threads hanging here. Okay, so you can, I started this green. I'll show you in a second once I get my needle through here. Okay, so I started this green just right about here. Doesn't matter where you start really. I just wanted to give it a test, so I started mine here. And you're going to start with, of course, a single and then 3 chain. And then show you. So you lock in with a single, and it doesn't matter where you put it. So single, 3 chain, and then double crochet in the same space. And then we have 2 chain separation. We're going to skip 1, 2 on the 3rd space, double crochet, 2 chain separation, and double crochet again. So let's say you are starting anywhere. So we're going to skip, just want to confirm, yes, 3rd space. Okay, 1, 2. So let's say you're starting here. So you're going to do your single and then 3 more chain, right? And it becomes a double crochet. 2 chain separation in the same space. We're making little V's. So 2 chain again, 1, 2 on the 3rd space. So very simple. I think everybody knows how to make V's already. So just doing double crochet and making little V's, preparing for our flower stems. 1, 2, and then 3. 2 chain separation on the same space. We are doing double crochet. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. 2 chain separation. I hope I'm not off camera. I'm terrible at these things. 2 chain. 1, 2 on the 3rd space. 1, 2 chain. Okay, and I'm going to meet you like here. I have it on my last one here, so I have it just before my edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on my 6th one before my edge, I did my last one. I did a 3 chain with a single. So we're going to do the same thing here on this edge, okay? We're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here will be your last one, just before the attachment. Okay, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here will be the last one. Okay, so I'll meet you there. Okay, you guys, we're almost here at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I count from here, we have to do on the third space, which works just perfect. So your 2 chain, you're going to skip 1, 2 on the third one, 2 chain, and now we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 chain. We're going to come here in the center where we have the 2 patterns attached. We're going to grab just in between here, close it in with a single, and 1, 2, 3 chain. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's on the 7th. We'll do the same thing here. No worries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we create our little V. 1, 2. I'm just going to show you in a second. 1, 2. And on the third space, create your other V. Give you an idea what it looks like. Okay, so it's going to look like this, because don't forget, we need to create the flower. So, and the flower is going to stick out. So we can't have them here, because you can't create flowers too close to here, or else, you know, they're just going to butt heads. They're going to butt heads here anyway, but it will look cute because it's like 2 flowers stuck together. Okay. Now you just continue this, and we're going to do the same thing on this side here. You know, once you get to it, you see if it's missing. Of course, once you finish doing your green all the way around, you see if it's missing from here. You count from the first double crochet here, right at the edge. So you count. You know, you see if you're missing. If you have enough for 6 or 7. So if it's 7 like this side, then fine, you do 7. No issues, no problems. Just do your 3 chain, your single right in the middle of the pattern. So you'd be doing your 3 chain right here in the middle, and single, then 3 chain again. Then you'd count on this side here the same amount you have here, either 6 or 7. Okay, so I'm going to meet you. You're going to do the same thing here on the top pattern, and I'm going to meet you where I started off with mine, right at the end. Okay, and I'll be glad to be cutting one of my threads out so I can work more free. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, you guys, so I've gotten to this side, and I decided to come back on so you don't get confused. So I'm going to count 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to do my little V, little stems. Now, if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have the perfect amount here. So 1, that means that your thing is on the 7th. 2, 3. And you'd come into the middle here. And close in with single. So you're right in the middle of where we added 1, 2, and 3. My cones are falling everywhere. How nice. Now, if you find that it pulls too much, then you can add another stitch. It doesn't change anything because we don't want it to be pulling too much either. Or loosen it up well, or give another, instead of 3, do 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 7th one. We know it's going to be on the 7th one. 1, 2. And we continue on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Chain separation. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. So it's going to look like that. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I'm almost at the end. Now, if I skip the 1, 2, and put it on the third one here, it's too close. And I've counted how many of these I have. I have 35 on the other edge of the pattern, and these ones will be already 35. So I'm just going to go directly, because I have 35, and it doesn't change anything, as you see. Okay. So I have the 35 of these on this side of the pattern on the other edge, and I have 35 on here now. And let me tell you, I am so glad to cut one of the strings off because I have so much strings going on here. So you just pretty much cut and tidy up loose ends. Again, you go through some of the loops here because we're going to hide it with the next next row. So I'm going to make a knot here. Hope I'm not out too much off camera. This is terrible. I know I'm horrible with that. I'm just going to make a little knot here and cut my excess off. Thank God I'm out with another thread. Okay. Now we're going to do the stems with the darker green. As you can see, I still have the other threads on here, so I'm just going to separate this thread from not getting cut up. So now with this darker green, pretty much, so I've started here, but here, doesn't matter where you're going to start. Start anywhere for that matter. And you would start inside of your V, okay? So let's say we are starting here on the V. We are going to be doing 4 double crochets, but we're going to leave it incomplete, okay? So I got 2, 3, and 4. And now we close it all together. 2 chain, come back into the V, leave it incomplete. So that's 1 double crochet, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. Close it all together. So you already have your little stem there. 1 chain. We're going to come into the center, single, 1 chain. Again, into the center of the V, we're going to do double crochet incomplete, 2nd double crochet incomplete, 3rd double crochet incomplete, and your 4th one incomplete. Close it all together. Do I have 4 on there? Do I have 3? Oh, I have 4. Okay. 1, 2 chain. Again, double crochet incomplete, 2 double crochet incomplete, 3 double crochet incomplete, and your 4th one. You close it all together. 1 chain. Come into the center of the 2 chain separation from the previous row. We do a single, 1 chain, back into the V. We do a double crochet incomplete. That's 2. 3, and 4. Close it up. 1, 2, and again 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4. Close it up. So you have your little petals here for your flower. So continue yours, and when we get to the space here, I'll meet you there to let you know what we're going to do next. Okay, you guys, my video is getting too long, so this will be part 1. We will continue part 2 on the second part. So I will see you on the second part for the final results and creation of the Calla lilies. So we're almost there. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you on part 2. Take care. Bye-bye.